The terrain you meet on a bike will vary all the time. I mean, you could go up a short, steep climb, you could go up even longer climbs, cobble climbs and gravel climbs that, well, lead to nowhere.
Yeah, but we love those long, steady ones. So we thought we'd compile a list of our, well, top tips to show you how to tackle them. Woo-hoo! Long, steady climbs are, well, long.
Pointing out the obvious there, Hank.
And for that reason, you're going to be sustaining that effort for an extended period of time. And you could be getting, well, tight in those areas like shoulders and your neck.
Try and mix up your position. Being on your road bike, you have 3 different positions that you can use. On your tops, on your hoods, and on your drops. And make sure to get out the saddle every now and again, and you'll be flying up these climbs.
It's a lot easier to attack those long, steady climbs compared to meeting those steep gradients that might make you a little bit nervous.
You want to treat the long climbs as if you would in a time trial. You don't want to sprint off when you've still got quite a lot left. So go off at around 80%, and as you get to the top, you can start ramping it up. It's all about the pacing. You haven't paced it very well, have you, Hank?
I haven't paced this right. When embarking on these big, steady, long climbs, you want to think about your rhythm. And what I mean by this is a constant, nice pace you're comfortable with. You want to try and avoid the sprints, the changes of pace. This is a long, drawn-out effort, so make sure you get a nice tempo going and hold it. Now you can do this by using a cadence sensor or a heart rate monitor. That way you can monitor the changes of effort or the changes of pace. Right, it's easier said than done. It takes a little practice, but once you've got it, these long climbs, they'll be easy. Right, holding pace, nice, and enjoy it.
Try and avoid lots of accelerations on the climb. Every time you try and accelerate back up to speed, you'll be wasting energy. Try and keep it nice and steady. Try and avoid lots of gear changes on the climb as well, because every time you change gear, there will be a little loss in power that will scrub your speed too. Try and be as efficient as you can.
I always found when it came to riding gradients like this, that a cadence of around 95 was a good sweet spot for me. If you're struggling though to get those cadences, it might be worth looking at your cassette, maybe going for a bigger gear or changing your chain rings on the front. That way you can tackle these easy gradients at a good cadence.
Longer, steadier climbs are often more of an aerobic effort, meaning they are longer than 10 minutes and you'll be breathing harder than normal, but not full gas and out of breath. This is where you really want to focus on your breathing. Try not to go into the red too early on into the climb. If you're on a long climb or a mountain pass, for instance, don't go really hard at the start and get really out of breath. Only a few minutes later, you have to stop on the side of the road to catch your breath back.
And this is especially important when it comes to climbing altitude, where you'll really feel the effort in those closing kilometres. What you want to try and do is make a concerted effort to think about taking long, deep breaths. Make it nice and controlled. It sounds really stupid, but when you start those big climbs, you get all excited, you're in a group, you tend to take shorter breaths. So think about it, nice and controlled, deep breaths. That way you'll get all that good oxygen to the muscles. Now, we hope these tips help you when it comes to tackling those longer climbs. You might just get a PB and surprise yourself.
We want to hear from you. What is your favourite long climb? Mine has to be...
Mine's a Stelvio.
Well, I don't have one because I don't really like climbing.
You're a sprinter.
Yes.
I'm a climber.
Are you though?